I just felt we had him scrambled. I felt Deb was in a position to make a play.
Looked like Zach had a good look.
Shots at the end, he wrote them up.
You know, he made a great read on the first play. We didn't give him a great pass. He missed the first one. The next two, I got him great looks. He's got to shoot those while he's in there. I would tell him to shoot them again, you know, every time.
Obviously, when you have a leading scorer struggles from the field like Devin did, but he got to the line and made some free throws. It's just one of those days? And you didn't like your shot?
We started off slow offensively, obviously. I mean, they were up into us pretty good. We weren't doing a great job screening, and we were shooting under duress. And he's the guy that then goes and tries to make plays for our team. He's always done that. He's very good at that. And they were getting after him pretty good. They put different guys on him, and they were face guarding him, and you know, so at least he was able to get to the free throw line a few times and get us going.
Sabi tweak his ankle?
Yeah, the other one. That was unfortunate. He was playing well, I thought. And I thought in this game he would have been very effective. He's always played well against Indiana. Played really well last year. He was ready to go. So that was disappointing.
You think your zone the second half really kept you in the game? It just seemed to take their offense maybe out of a little rhythm.
It did, and it slowed the game down a little bit. It enabled us to run out of the zone. That was good. I thought our movement and our execution of our zone defense was really good. We started to get a little bit tired, and you know, the longer you stay in it, the more any team, and in particular a team of this caliber, is going to figure out, you know, where to get open and how to get open. You know, we'd like to have seen us foul Oladipo on that last rebound. Obviously, wasn't the rebound first, but you know, you got to put him on the free throw line.
What did Adam Woodbury show you going up against Scott?
I thought defensively, I thought he was tremendous, especially early. He moved his feet, you know, he held his ground, he wasn't chopping, he wasn't flying at shot fakes. And I thought, you know, battled him physically in a big way, enabled us to kind of get our break going a couple times. We didn't convert early like I hoped, but we had some opportunities.
What I think is, in your mind, was the difference down the stretch? What could you have done different? Obviously, make shots, but I mean, was there anything you think, you know, execution-wise, might have got you over the hump?
The only thing I would point to, Rick, is we cut it to 1, and we got the ball back, I think, 3 times. You know, I don't remember what happened all 3 times, but I know Anthony threw ahead to Josh, got stolen, and Josh threw it over Aaron's head. And that's always a fine line with us, because we want to run, we want to attack, we want to get the ball and look ahead. And so that's kind of how we school them. So then they make a turnover, and then, you know, you can't start yelling at them and say, what are you doing, what are you thinking? I would like for Anthony, since it was cross court, to have brought it a little bit closer to Josh, especially in light of the fact that we had just turned it over. We didn't need that third turnover in that situation. And I'm not trying to put the blame on him, but that's something I think he's obviously a terrific player. He's a bright kid. He's a great kid. He'll learn from that and be a better player the next time, because ultimately, when you're in a game of this caliber where it's a 1 or 2 possession game, it's those kinds of things that ultimately add up. You can survive a bad shooting day if you rebound well and execute and don't turn it over.
Coach, do you think, as far as your preparations coming into this game, would you say they were 100%? And then in retrospect, looking back, is there something else you think you could have done better now?
I would like to have run, you know, we didn't execute our offense in the first half. You know, we ran pretty well, we didn't convert. We converted in the second half on our transition opportunities. In the first half, we didn't convert like we needed to. But I thought offensively, it was a struggle early on. And that's, you know, that's a credit to Indiana. They played hard, they fought, they got up into us. And they were the reason we shot 24%. Yeah, maybe we had something to do with it, but I think a lot of times in this situation, everybody likes to say, well, we should have done this or we didn't do that. You know, sometimes you just have to say, well, you know what? Really good team, got after us pretty good, held us to a low number. To our credit, we were much more effective in the second half in terms of our execution. You know, they were going zone in the middle of the possession for a good portion of the second half, and then they went with the standing zone a little bit in the second half. We executed extremely well against that. thought our zone execution was tremendous. Great looks at it. Just have to shoot it back.
Was that a concerted effort to really push the ball second half? Because I think you had, after 8 field goals in the first half, you had 9 right away when you came back and got the game tied. The last 3 were layups.
I don't know that it was anything specific to this game. That's just kind of what we want to do. We're always going to want to do that.
Obviously, there are no moral victories, but the fact you have a young team that went out and played against one of the best teams in the country and were within a possession of getting there.
Scott, I'm not into that. What I am, I'm going to be honest with you. I was impressed with our fight. We've got great character on our team. We fought hard, we hung in. But what we have to understand is the anatomy of the game. This game is different than any other game we played before and the game we'll play from now. So what you've got to be able to do is know and understand what are the things that we have to do to win this game, and what are the things that we can't do. Because if we do those, we're going to lose this game. And they did a little better job of us at that, in that aspect of the game. A little bit more experienced, and a little tougher for them. They're on the road. So we're pleased with our fight. We're pleased with the effort of some individuals. Felt Mike Cassell was tremendous. Proud of him. That said, we're going to go to work on some of the things that he needs to do better, and he knows that. So, no more.
What do you see in the